Starting at a later point with more starting cash, can we do a 2TC scenario which we can use towers which would otherwise not be able to place down in order to do a challenge scenario? This won't grant you the 2-tower chimp scenario, by the way, because it's in a challenge. But let's see what we can do with the carpet of spikes and the Apache Prime. Now, the most important thing to do is get our feet off the ground by placing down both towers, but in order to be able to go through that pesky round 20A, we're going to need the white hot spikes as soon as we can, but I'd like to get both towers down as soon as we can. Ooh, that was just enough spike piles there in order to get through. Some of them do disappear, so that's why this might not be the best spot for the carpet of spikes. Like, it's nice to reserve some spikes, but at the end of the day, some of the spike piles are going to dissipate on their own, which means a loss of DPS right there. Hope you're all having a lovely day where you are with whatever it is that you are doing aside watching this amazing video created by your favorite balloons tuber. Yep, just about there. A little bit anxious as to whether or not we'll do this. It all depends on which way the spike factory is throwing its spikes. Get rid of all these pesky yellow balloons, and then we just got the swarm of red balloons afterwards to deal with. Hopefully that is enough. Hopefully that is enough. Hopefully that is enough. Some of them are disappearing, as you can see. Okay, round 15. This is the big round. Can we still do this? Can we still do round 15 with an unupgraded spike factory? And the answer is a resounding yes. I believe in the last spike pile possible. Okay, maybe not the last one. But after this round, we can put down our helicopter. Now that we've got our helicopter down, this entire game should be made a lot easier. But first, let's go to bigger stacks and then the white hot spikes for that sweet normal damage type rather than sharp damage type. Still, it's good if you want to apply some sharpening stone to your sharpening tower. Or sorry, your sharp tower. Right, the round before the camo round. Usually a run killer if you do not have a means of popping a camo balloon, or if you're not on Scrapyard or Tinkerton, which has means of being able to pop the camo balloon with the crusher or the table rocket. Right, let's go up to white hot spikes before we forget. And I'm going to go up to even faster production. And we're just going to leave it there. We're not going to get any other upgrades until we get the Apache Dart ship. 27, whole bunch of yellow balloons. If you've been here on the channel for a while, you know that my #1 mortal enemy is the yellow balloon. The most deadly balloon of them all is the one that escapes the track and gives you that wonderful game over screen, which for me 9 times out of 10 is the yellow balloon. Right, let's get quad darts, and do we want... Nah, I think we're still in a good position right now to not need the camo detection on both towers. But can the carpet of spikes still do camo solo? That is the question. Can it still do a camo solo despite all of the nerfs that it's had in recent updates? From the carpet of spikes upgrade to being more expensive, to the spike storm nerfs, to the even faster production attack bonus speed nerfs, can it still do a camo solo run? Right, this is all up to you, Spike Factory, because I'd like to get my Razor rotors as soon as possible. Yeah, no contest. And here are my rotors, Razor. Right, we'll get the IFR upgrade so that our heli can see and pop camo balloons. Yeah, thanks to Razor rotors, we no longer need to solely rely on the Spike Factory for lead pops. You just need to be able to have your heli on follow mouse rather than pursuit in order to get the full benefits out of your razor rotors, because only the frontmost balloons would get in contact with the razor rotors, rather than, you know, if you hover it over a bunch of balloons then you get the full benefits of the razor rotors. Here we go, rainbow balloon. Let's take them all out and then concentrate on the regrows. Okay, round 40. This is all we need to take out the Moab. Just these towers and their upgrades are all we need. But we do need the razor rotors over the ceramics, because that's going to be our main source of ceramic popping power for the early stages of the game. Downgrade them up to enough of a point where they're either destroyed or heavily weakened, and then you can go from there. The Apache Prime, I think, is the most simplistic of the helicopters. It just does a bunch of damage, okay? Although its damage types vary from laser with its lasers to the frontmost cannon beam plasma, to the missiles being explosive, and to the razor rotors being normal. You got 4 different damage types. Some of them are better than others. Can I just take the damage type from the razor rotors and apply them to all of its attacks? That would be brilliant, thank you very much. No, that would be boring. Think about it, you could probably even do a 2-tower co-op chimp scenario with a heli and also a Homeland Defense. So if you'd like to see a Apache Prime and Homeland Defense scenario, then please let me know. Apache Starship Online. Yeah, I think it's pretty much game, set, and match now. All we need to do is click a few more buttons and then we're on our way. Actually, for now, I'm just going to put you on pursuit. But we will put you back onto follow mouse eventually, but just not right now. Okay, Moab Shredder. Even though the Starship is fairly good against the early Moabs, some people don't like it when I share stories because they just want to watch Balloons Tower Defense 6 for the game, but I know there are others out there that really appreciate it when I tell a story of mine. So let me share a story of today's retail antics that I've gone through today. Not bad ones, but I just thought it would be rather interesting to put this out there. Okay, so the delivery should have come around 9 o'clock or so. Like, that is the most optimal time for us to be able to get our delivery. Our retail store is right next to a primary school and quite near a secondary school as well, so we always get a bunch of kids that come into the store, and primary school kids with their parents as well, and it makes for a nice time most of the time. But then again, sometimes you do get those kids which are, I don't know, they're up to no good, or you see them putting something in their bags when they didn't pay for it, and we have to ask them to empty their bags, and then therefore they can leave the store. Or some of them just exit out of the store without paying for it. So shoplifting. Shoplifters are bad. Don't put up with shoplifters, but at the same time, it's like there's only so much that we can do. Like, we can't physically stop people from being able to shoplift. We can only ask them to put stuff back on the shelves if in the case that they do shoplift. We can't physically stop them, unfortunately. But I don't know why I said that, because that's not going to be a part of my story today. But today's antics is about my, well, the delivery coming to my store coming quite late today. And it came around 1:15 instead of 9 o'clock in the morning, which means that we only have roughly about 1.5 hours to do as much as we can before the afternoon school rush hour comes in. And my manager generally thought that just before the afternoon school rush hour starts, he wonders that if we can get the cages downstairs into the storage rooms that we have downstairs. And I thought I'd take a look around. I'm going to be polite about it and say that unfortunately we've still got a lot left to do. But he asked that question, I think, in anticipation and expectation that we managed to get all of the delivery done by 3 o'clock. And sometimes I think that people just put far too many expectations upon you, even though there's like me and one other colleague. Usually there's only about 2 people on the shop floor, excluding the manager. And I feel like between trying to get all of the delivery done, mainly get all of the milk in the fridge, get all of the cold-based stuff, mainly get the frozen stuff either in the ice cream bit or in the frozen compartments that we have in the store, like where you store your pizza and all your frozen vegetables. Get all of that stuff done out of the way first. Get your cold stuff put away first. And if you can't store it on the shop floor, then it goes downstairs in the fridges and freezers downstairs. Very ideal sort of stuff. Get that all done and dusted out of the way so that then everything else in the store can be taken as much time as possible in order to actually put on. I think that is the most logical thing. Do stuff that is most time sensitive away first, so such as your cold stuff. But with like the drinks and crisps and sweets and like your oils, like olive oil, your sunflower oil, for some odd reason I think the manager just expected us to work miracles. Like, not in like a they're disappointed with us because they didn't see that everything was done by 3 o'clock, but I think it was just the anticipation that perhaps everything could have been done. Now, if the concept of customers was not a thing, then everything would be so much faster. We can get stuff done much more quickly if there wasn't such a thing as customers. But then it's like, well, if there's no such thing as customers, then obviously we'll just be wasting our time putting all this stuff on the shelves, so because there's no customers to actually for them to buy the products for. It's like a bit of a topsy-turvy sort of thing. I feel like sometimes I'm attached to a bit of a yo-yo strain, going back between putting stuff on the shelves and then going to the till in order to serve the customers. But sometimes I feel like there's just so much that is put on you at any given point in time, and it feels like I'm just letting people down because I can't do everything that they expect me to do. But it's like, I'm only one person at the end of the day. Okay, round 76, razor rotors. Oh, this could be a spike storm scenario here. Oh, that's still looking like a lot of them back here. That's bad. Yeah, I think I need to activate spike storm sooner. Yeah, there's just too many regrowths there. So round 76 is a bit of a palaver. Again, okay, so there's one yellow balloon left. So sometimes at retail work it can be really stressful and there's so much going on all at once, but between you and your colleagues, presumably you can rely on them, which most of my colleagues I can, but there are some people within the store that like to put too many drinks in the fridge and it becomes a zigzag formation rather than a straight line formation. Or some people in our Red Bull fridge like to put the remaining Red Bulls that we have left over from our delivery sideways if there's no room to put them left vertically, which obviously causes some problems down the line, because it's like, well, then customers have trouble accessing the Red Bull drinks because somebody decides to overfill the fridge. Anyways, that's my rant over. Sometimes stuff like this can just be really annoying, but at the end of the day, you know you're going to go home, put your feet up, relax, play Balloons Town Event 6 and get some other forms of stress. But lucky in this case, the stress is not as much there. It's just fathoming out a few picky rounds and then getting yourself an Apache Prime. Speaking of Prime, we do sell Prime drinks at our store. Not really too sure what to say about that, to be honest. I don't drink it myself. I'm more of a coffee fan than a cold caffeine drinker, to be honest. Yeah, I've never gotten drinks like Red Bull or Monster or Prime or anything along those lines. Like, for me, it's like, I tried a Monster drink once and I thought it was okay, but I didn't really feel that great afterwards. Like, I felt like I had more energy, yes, but I didn't really feel that good afterwards. Like, I can get the same kind of, like, energy boost from a cup of coffee, but I don't feel anything bad afterwards. Maybe it's just me and my sort of, like, like my expectations going with it, because sometimes things are not always physical, but it's more like they're psychological. Like you preemptively go in with the expectation of not getting a lot of positive out of it. Yeah, with how the Apache Prime is sort of struggling against super fortified ceramics, it's going to be a follow mouse scenario later on, especially round 98. We're very close to our carpet of spikes upgrade, which means we'll be able to deal with those pesky DDTs with ease. Do you say Z or Z for the last letter of the alphabet? Like Churchill says Z or Z. I don't know. No way. ZOMG inbound, doesn't he say? I don't know. I haven't used Churchill in a while. Okay, round 90. Spike Storm! Pretty sure that could have been done without the ability, but I'd rather use it. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm going to follow mouse in this scenario. And now you're going to act like a Beyblade. Baby, you make me spin right round, right round. And there goes all of that. And our final tier 5 upgrade of the video. Now we shall carpet the entire track with spikes. But fortunately, the carpet of spikes has additional piers, unlike the Spike Storm. Okay, round 92, going down very well there. Okay, so what about 93? Yeah, the carpet spikes just solos DDTs. Like, there is no question, shadow, or doubt about that one. You can see at least 2 different colors of projectiles coming out from the heli. You can see the purple one that comes out from the front cannon, and then you can see the lasers coming from the side. So the front cannon is plasma, and the laser blasts that are coming out of it, or laser, however you want to call them, is the energy damage type, which is worse than the plasma damage type because the lasers cannot pop leads, but both of them cannot pop purples, which is where the explosive missiles and the razor rotors comes in. Okay, DDT territory. What can we do against these? Well, the carpet spikes, that's what we're going to do against them. Nothing that they can do. Lovely. I love this. Okay, round 96 going very well, but we do need to keep in mind that in round 98 there's going to be a whole lot more fortified balloons in which we need to penetrate our projectiles into and pop them all. Gotta pop them all. Balloons tower defense 6. No, that's too many. Just too many words. I need something with 3 syllables at the very most. Okay, here we go, round 98. This is the big round here. Now, we can get away with some stragglers because of the spikes at the bottom of the track. But I feel like as time goes on, like right there, we're going to suffer a lot. Okay, I think we managed to get through those ones. But again, now we can't get away with a lot of stragglers. We need to keep chase of the ceramics using the Apache Prime here. But obviously if we leave them too late, then there'll still be Moabs by the time they get to this point. Okay, I'm going to use the Spike Storm ability now, while that's still a thing going on. Oh my goodness sakes. Yeah, that's embarrassing. Gotta pop a more BTD. 6. Okay, let's leave less stragglers this time by using the Apache Prime a bit better. And have you stationed at the bottom right of the square over here? Okay. Yep. This is looking a bit better. I think it's looking a bit better. Are some of them about to escape? Please don't. Yeah, that's it. Brilliant. Round 99. Only 1 retry required, and the fortified DTs don't stand a chance. Not a chance. Not a singular chance at all. Okay, use the ability now. Yeah, the carpet spike just absolutely shreds the bad, and everything else on the side will go down very quickly. It's very interesting that round 100, sorry, can sometimes either be a free round or a round that decides if your 2TC scenario is going to be successful or not. But there we go, everybody. That is the hypothetical 2-tower chimps combo of the Carpet of Spikes and the Apache Prime. Overall, a very interesting scenario. Obviously, the Apache Prime was our ceramic killer, but the Carpet of Spikes can do a little bit of work, but obviously it is mainly a Moab killer. And most importantly, the DDT killer. Even though the Apache Prime can damage DDTs with its razor rotors and plasmas, it's just not that reliable. Anyways, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below. The only things I changed about the scenario is the starting round and the starting cash, so that on round 9, the maximum amount of cash you'd be able to have at the start of the round, including the towers that you place down at that given point in time, will all equivalent to 1195 cash. So that is the towers you've already placed down, plus the upgrades, plus the money that you already have over on the top left-hand corner of the screen. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. And I heard that if you liked, comment, and subscribed, then your quad Blunaria scenario will be, at the very least, successful. The Elite Wombo, I don't know. But thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, everybody.